Welcome to the Cyber Life Podcast, where we help you learn cybersecurity best practices, give you a weekly update on the latest cybersecurity news, and share valuable career advice. Hi everyone, it's Ken. In today's episode, you're going to hear from Andrew Shpilkin. Andrew is currently finishing his degree in radio electronics, and he's a security awareness intern with the University of Ottawa, where he focuses on cyberpsychology research. He's also done internships in penetration testing. He's a member of ISACA, he's a chess player, avid reader, and he volunteers as a tutor to help others. Now, Andrew is a little different than our other guest in that he doesn't have many years of cybersecurity experience, but I wanted to bring him on to talk a little bit about cyberpsychology because at the end of the day, it's not about the years on the vehicle that matter, it's the mileage. So without further ado, let's learn from Andrew around cyberpsychology. So welcome, Andrew, to the show. I appreciate you coming on today. So today we're going to be talking about cyberpsychology and basically its application around security awareness programs to try to help organizations become a little more secure. So Andrew, for the audience that maybe doesn't know what cybersecurity is, can you explain just very briefly, like what is cyberpsychology and how does it actually relate to cybersecurity in general and specifically user behavior around that security awareness?
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's a great way to share knowledge and improve the cybersecurity world. So basically, cyberpsychology is a new field that lies in the interaction between humans and technology, with focus on how people's thoughts, behaviors, or emotions are influenced by digital environments, including the internet and social media nowadays. So this field seeks to understand the psychological aspects of online behavior, decision making, and the impact of technology on individuals, on society.
So when we think about security awareness training, how can understanding cyberpsychology, how can that help organizations better educate their employees about the different security threats that are out there?
Interesting question, because surely a lot of companies now have cybersecurity, cyber awareness trainings, but oftentimes they are focused just on tests and to check knowledge, which is not the great way to assess the real knowledge. That's why cyberpsychology became more meaningful with the rise of such attacks as phishing. And also with that knowledge, we can implement the psychology best practices to teach people about cyber culture more. For example, it includes tailored training materials to personally people, because people can be very different at their understanding of the matter and facts, and someone is more like visual person, someone prefer hearing or listening to the news, and also the right way to deliver the material is very important. With that said, we have behavioral patterns, and we can incorporate those into trainings, so we can guide employees more gently towards more secure behaviors. Also, the important factor of any training is the outcomes, like motivation, rewards, or feedback. With the genuine feedback and striving to always improve cybersecurity programs, we can make the next training more and more tailored for the employees. When we talk about motivation, those factors can help organizations design training programs that resonate exactly with employees and their reward systems. Yeah, and basically, when we talk about rewards, it's not about like trophy or something. It's more like prevention feelings that you can disrupt the security incident or do not allow that to happen, which is also a great way to be invaluable employee.
So we're starting to see more attacks in the wild leveraging AI, and specifically, we're seeing threat actors using things like ChatGPT to help them create better phishing attacks, phishing email attacks. So when we think about cybersecurity and psychology principles, how can knowing these kind of fundamental human elements or human psychology elements, how can that be applied to for organizations to help them build like more convincing security awareness programs? Right now, a lot of security awareness programs are saying, look for the misspelled email, look for the link that doesn't go to the right spot. But these days, with leveraging AI, threat actors are really able to make it look like it's coming from Ken or Andrew, right? The email, and it's not
Yeah,
really. So how can understanding some of those fundamental human psychology elements, how can that help organizations build out programs that are going to be more effective in the long run?
yeah, of course, all those mentioned things like wrong links or potential misspellings is first that you catch the eye, and it still need to be checked because it's like first layer of defense. Uh, and yeah, of course, with the AI, the attack techniques becomes more proficient. But when we talk about psychology, it all grounded with human behavior things because drives deep into the human values and pushes them to do wrong actions. For example, on all those phishing emails, we seen the urgent factor when something should be done immediately, or you have 1 2 hours, so you're supposed not to think a lot about those actions. And because even with that email, one of the great practices can be that you can connect directly to the person and ask if they can confirm that they sent those email or something. Also, it's about critical thinking because now that AI can help to create deep fakes images which looks really great, and it can be really hard to spot the difference. So you can be the victim of scam, of fraud, or something, and the psychological training of those aspects like critical thinking and being calm at the risky situations is the most important point.
Do you think that understanding cybersecurity, do you think that that can help? One of the challenges that organizations sometimes face is employees are just constantly sharing too much information on social media. So do you think that by leveraging cybersecurity, organizations can help protect against that oversharing? Like, can it be leveraged to kind of keep those people in check from sharing everything about the company?
Yeah, that's a really great question because we have those social media culture and a lot of people really overshare about their life, and potentially it can be used by hackers or threat actors to understand the person behavior even without any hack, just from a scene. And so this can lead to more tailored those phishing attacks, scam, or fraud. And yeah, with knowing the psychological basics of own actions, like what pushes you or me to create content of some type, or sharing personal photos, photos of our workspace, our home environment, and so on. It with training of those motives, people firstly can ask themselves, do I really want to do that thing? Uh, because no one is secure. It's not about multifactorial authentication or some long password. All can be hacked, and the more things you know about protecting yourself, and not from tech cybersecurity perspectives, but also from psychology, really helps to create the bigger, more comprehensive picture and understand your motive of the potential threat actors and other people.
So are there any resources like courses or YouTube or any type of videos like that or books that you would recommend for someone that's listening to this episode and maybe they're wanting to learn a little more about cyber psychology? Any resources that you recommend?
The really great podcast is the Social Engineer podcast. I think you can share the link, yeah, after I send it to you. It's about all the things and the intersection of psychology and cybersecurity, and it's really interesting to listen how to combine those topics.
Andrew, any final advice or thoughts you want to share with the audience around either cyber psychology and or security awareness programs?
The most important piece of advice, I think, that you should think before doing something, and like not to be impulsive about posting or clicking on the links, and to think before you do something online. That can be really great.
Thanks for listening to the show. If you're looking to secure your business better or build up your cybersecurity career, then check us out over at cyberlife.tv. That's CYBERLIFE.tv.